What advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't get married. You're free, man. You're free in the world, so don't get married, please. Forget about population. It will grow automatically. Don't get married. Don't lose your freedom and individuality. And your pride, man. You're a man. You're always wanted. I'll tell you. You're always wanted. But once you got it, you're jailed.
What was the worst financial decision that you made throughout your career?
Oh, man, getting married, man. Getting married, man. My divorce wiped me out. It was terrible. Marriage is a business. I didn't look at it like that. I was one of those sucker for love kind of guys. So I was, I'm in love, It's a business. And if you don't look at it like that, that could be one of the worst financial mistakes you make. I'm being honest, being very blunt. Wiped me out, had to start over from scratch.
So my wife just fucking left me, and she took everything that wasn't glued to the ground. You'll leave me my gigantic dogs, though. Here's what used to be our bedroom. Here's our closet. Didn't even leave me any clothes whatsoever. Like, why did you take my clothes?
And I appreciate you, and I know that you will fight for me and we'll let it work. I know, but I can't say yes right now. I'm sorry, Adine. Sorry.
What the fuck?
But why does it matter, like, with the timeline? Why does that matter?
Hey, don't do that. Okay. We good?
The society we're creating right now, more and more men don't want to get married. And I get why. There is almost zero upside for men getting married. This isn't me saying that men shouldn't get married, or women, but think about what society is telling men about what being a man is. Tell about society is fucking men hardcore for getting married. If you get married and you get divorced, a woman takes 50% of whatever you have. 80% of relationships, the man is the biggest provider. So that's a big fuck right off the bat. What are you getting in exchange for that? Second, if you have kids with her, you're fucked, because the government doesn't think that you deserve shit. So even good dads who try to stay in the kid's life are fucked. So there's a lot of men going, why the fuck would I do this? The good news is that will correct itself, because eventually then people start going, oh, right? When you create mistakes, you only create more error. Error creates more error. So we've gone so far the other direction that more and more men are going, like, why the fuck would I get married?
90% of married women do not really love their husbands. They are just happy to be married. Modern marriage is not about love. It's about convenience. It's about security. It's about validation. A woman's loyalty is conditional. Her faithfulness is temporary. Her devotion is only as strong as her options. Hypergamy is undefeated. Women are wired to seek the highest value man they can get. When they say I love you, she often means I love what you do for me. I love the lifestyle you provide. I love how others perceive me because of you. I love that I do not have to compete anymore. But does she love you really? Or is she just satisfied to have locked down a provider, a status symbol, a walking retirement plan? A woman's love is transactional. The moment you lose your value, she loses interest. The moment you stumble, she reevaluates. The moment another man presents a better deal, she rethinks everything. This is why divorce rates are skyrocketing.
If you ask most men, they will tell you that love isn't the problem. They'll give love, loyalty, and consistency. But if you ask him about marriage, that is a different game. Because too often when they say I do, the rules change. The effort slows, the respect fades, and the peace disappears. And if the marriage breaks, he loses basically half of everything. His peace, his kids, and his money. So men literally hesitate. And it's not because they don't love women. It's because they don't trust what happens after the wedding. Let me be clear. Commitment and marriage, the courthouse, none of that scares men. The system is what scares men. A lot of women don't realize this about men. is that they talk. When they are together, when they feel safe with each other, they talk about their problems. They talk about what they're going through in their relationships, in their marriages, and they know that their friends and also some family members is going through some ish, and they don't want it to happen to them because they know that they are not exempt from it happening to them. So let me say it again. Men do not fear marriage or commitment. They fear losing it all and then losing themselves within that entire process. And who wants to do that? Nobody. So you have to be the right woman for him to be able to take the risk on you. And you got to be able to show him that you're willing to go through the good and the bad and still be happy and choose one another.
Marriage these days often seems like a bad idea or a risky investment for many men. The reality is that feelings can change as quickly as the weather. One day everything feels perfect, and the next, she might decide she's no longer happy. Once that happens, all the time, effort and sacrifices you've made, the car you bought her, the house you built together, the family you raised, can suddenly mean nothing. To make matters worse, the legal system in many countries often favors women in divorce cases. She might get custody of the children, while the man is left paying child support and possibly even alimony. Many men end up losing both their families and their financial stability. That's why a lot of men today are becoming cautious about marriage. They prefer focusing on self-improvement, financial growth, and personal freedom rather than risking everything in a system that doesn't seem to protect them equally.
I get a lot of red flags
he's a red
because
flag.
about marriage.
We have children and we're not engaged yet.
Yeah, a lot
Not
of people
married.
hate that, and they say that because we've been together for 8 years, we should be married by
I should
now.
run in the opposite direction.
Which, yeah, I'm a massive red flag because of I don't want to be married. But it's not that I don't
you
want
didn't
to be
say
married.
That. Yeah, listen, you
I'm
can't
big on myself. It's just, I don't know. It could stem from my childhood. I saw my mum go through divorce.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is a big step for me, more so than having kids, which a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, because we were saying, like, we think the biggest commitment, personally, is having children.
Yeah.
But then they're like, if that's the biggest commitment, then why are you not just getting married?
I don't know. I just want it to be special and when I'm ready.
I think it's tough as well, though, like, when like you work in this industry. Like, he's overthinking, like, I'm going to have to get the perfect moment. She's going to know when it's coming. How am I going to get this, like, filmed?
We share a bank account as well, so it's pretty difficult to, like, how am I supposed to do it secretly?
But also, like, Cozy came...
Yeah, not unexpectedly,
unplanned,
but yeah.
We know. Facts. Marriage is overwhelmingly unsuccessful. It is way more dangerous than skydiving. Yes, you die from the skydiving, but the chances of a catastrophic skydiving incident is like 0.0003, and one where you die is 0.00001. It's like very limited, the chances of dying from skydiving. Whereas the chances of divorce, again, 56% divorce rate. How many stay together who are unhappy and they just stay together because they don't want to give up half their stuff or for religious reasons or whatever? This is a technology with an unbelievably bad failure rate.
Do more people die from marriage or skydiving?
Well, I think more people wish they were dead from marriage than skydiving. I think most people's sense of self, many people's sense of self dies as part of an unhappy marriage. Like, it's not a question of will you die. It's that you're alive and not living your life in a way that's enjoyable or in a way that's authentic to who you are. And I think a lot of people are doing that as a function of the choice that they made of marriage. And again, I'm not saying don't get married. But what I'm saying is, when someone says, I'm getting married, why is it impolite to say, why? Why? You're about to do something incredibly dangerous that fails so much of the time. Why not just say, why? I'm not saying, why would you do that? It's stupid. I'm saying, why? Because most people's answer doesn't make any sense. Well, because, I don't want to be alone. Wait, you have to get married to not be alone? Join a church group. I don't know. Join a baking squad. Join a softball team. You won't be alone. What does that mean? Well, I want to have, regular sex. Okay, I don't know that getting married is the solution to that. Like, it's not a guarantee of regular sex. Like, that's not, so if the question, first of all, you're not even allowed to ask the question why. If anything, if you don't say, oh my God, that's so great, you have intimacy issues.
You see, marriage is like betting on the lottery. The chance of winning is very low, but the chance of losing is impressively high. The only difference? At least when you lose the lottery, no one takes half your stuff. In the U.S., Marriage nowadays feels like an outdated system, kind of like dial-up internet. It still exists, but you start questioning why people keep signing up for it. I had a friend whose father went through a nasty divorce. Long story short, the ex-wife took everything. The house, the car, even the coffee machine. The poor guy ended up homeless in Texas, living out of a tent and rethinking every "I love you" he ever said. He lost his job, the kids, and basically turned his whole life into dust. And not even pixie dust, just the regular depressing kind. Just 2 years ago, in 2023, around 2 million marriages took place in the USA, with a marriage rate of roughly 6.1 per 1,000 people, and a divorce rate of 2.4 per 1,000 people. 1,000 meaning for every 2.5 couples saying "I do," one is already saying "I don't." While the old half of marriages end in divorce claim is exaggerated, the real number still sits around 35 to 40%, which makes tying the knot feel a bit like flipping a coin and hoping it doesn't land on child support.
Guys, if you're getting married, you are an idiot. You are an idiot if you're just going to put a ring on it to a girl, have this expensive wedding, thinking that, oh my gosh, she loves me. I'm going to do this because she loves me. Years down the line, bro, you're going to end up getting divorced. And she's going to take half of your. And for the guys who are going to say, oh, that's not true. You can't say that. Yeah, I can say that because I know people that's happened to. And I already see people that are getting married. They're going to end up getting divorced. Like, I can just see it, right? Now, most of the time, women don't want to be wives. They want to be brides. They want to show off the fact that they had the most beautiful wedding, the most expensive wedding, and they want to have everyone there just so they can show off and see like, oh, look, I'm getting married. My other friend got married. I'm getting married too. They don't really want to get married because they love the guy. They love the illusion of getting married. So if you're going to actually get married with somebody, I don't suggest you to do an expensive wedding. I don't give a how much money you have. If you really love somebody, it's not about the wedding. It's about the actual love. And then after that, you can go, maybe spend that money on a nice honeymoon with your wife. I have seen people that got married through like church or like through their wife. Like, listen, you're my wife. I want to get married with you. I'm engaged, but nothing's on paper. And if the woman is happy about that and she doesn't give a fuck, that woman really loves you. Because at the end of the day, most women just want to get married.
I agree with him, but mostly for the wrong reasons. A lot of women like the idea of marriage. They want the ring. They want the title. They want to tell their friends that they're married, but they're not equally yoked with the person they're aligning themselves with. That's why you often see guys getting into relationships with women who don't necessarily deserve them. I just did a review video the other day about a woman who said she's writing a book on how to leave a good man, and it was so disrespectful and so evil. Then they find out they're not compatible. Women love using the word compatible. I prefer equally yoked because you're supposed to align yourself with someone who's going in the same direction as you, and then you grow together. I don't think marriage is bad. I actually think marriage is good. We know that the majority of children raised in two-parent households have a much better chance at success, and success is all-encompassing. We're talking about lower chances of poverty, higher chances of earning a college degree, less likelihood of criminal behavior, and being more productive members of society, and so on. In addition, we also know that people who align themselves with a partner going in the same direction, especially in marriage, are 9 times out of 10, a lot more successful and often richer. But guys today are exponentially fearful of divorce because a lot of women are now doing it for the wrong reasons. Instead of aligning with a person, building with them, and being able to rock for the rest of their lives, most people don't even take their vows seriously anymore. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting many more videos on this channel, so make sure to like and comment below.